I'm out here walking my first 5K. I'm going to be 48 at the end of June. And I can't remember the last time I've done this. I'm sure I did in school or track and field when I was younger. You can hear all the cars driving by. If you listen closely, you can hear the birds. I'm watching rabbits run across this somewhat of a country now turned into a main road. And I'm just feeling a little bit more proud of myself today than I was yesterday. Can any of you relate to that? You know, it takes determination, but it takes heart. It takes heart to get up every day. It takes grace. It takes time to be thankful and grateful for what you have, yes, but what you could have and what you can become. I was in church a few weeks back, and at the end of the service, they asked if you want to go up for prayer. And I always listen to this question and I think, no, I'm good, I don't need it. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. With a tugging heart, I usually leave the service. But this particular week, I went up and I saw a gentleman on his own, one of the elders in the church who does prayer for those of us who go up and need it. And his name was Solomon. And he asked me what I needed prayer for. And I just said, honestly, I just feel like I need to be more encouraged. I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to attend church more regularly. And I'm trying to read, and I'm reading my Bible every day. And I'm trying to relate the two. So I just wondered if you could pray for a little bit of encouragement for me. And he started to pray. And it was a beautiful prayer, and I felt good. And I was being thankful alongside of him praying. But then he turned around and said, now you pray. And I said, what do you mean? He said, well, you pray. I've prayed for you. Now I'm asking you to pray. Just say whatever comes to mind. And I've prayed before. I've even prayed like out loud. But not like to a stranger. Not at church at the front of the auditorium. But I just started praying. And I just started being thankful. And by the time I finished, he turned to me with tears in his eyes. And he said, that's your gift. And I kind of paused. And he said, you need to reach out to others. There are so many people you could be helping through your prayer and through your communication. I said, well, I do teach. I teach at a local community college. I'm an esthetician by trade. I'm always talking to people. I have clients. I feel like I'm always doing that one-on-one and in small groups. And he said, then use that and go with it and help others. Administratively, through your communication, through your teaching, you have a lot to offer. And you know, sometimes you wonder, like, what is it I have to offer? Do I have anything to offer? Is this just one big blubber in my head? But when it's in your heart and it stirs you up every day and gets you out of bed to try and do a 5K, not knowing if you're going to finish it, it makes a little bit more sense each day. So this time I left really stirred up, really vibrant, really excited. And today I just want to come to you with a little bit of my story and some things that we're going to be doing. I have 2 young children. Well, they're getting older now. We're going on 9 and 15. But when my 8-year-old was 2, they found a lump in my neck. Fast forward a year or so, they found myeloma cancer in my bone marrow. And the doctors told me to take a year off and get well, take care of yourself. I said no. I don't know how to take care of myself. You know, when you're always kind of doing something for others, and it's not to boast about that or brag about it, but it just comes naturally. Like, I have kids. I've got kids to take care of. I have a husband. I have a family. I'm busy. Oh, and I'm in the midst of my career, running a private career college. Like, I'm a little too busy to take time off to care for myself. How many of you can relate to that? How many of you have said, no, not me? Somebody else, yes, but not me. You know, it's crazy. So I paused on that decision making. I said I needed some time. And I took that time and I found a trainer, somebody who does yoga and Pilates and stuff like that, someone I knew from the school. And I just thought, my body just doesn't feel ready. Like, I feel weak, you know? I'm totally walking on the wrong side of the road right now. There's like Mack trucks coming towards me. Anyway, let's keep going. There it goes. So I started working with this lady, and I honestly never felt or looked better in my entire life with the training she provided. And then I scheduled my treatment to start in September. My kid's first day of school was my first day of chemo. I had lots of meds to take to prep you for that. And I went through 16 rounds of chemo to prepare me for a stem cell transplant. That's interesting. That took me to 3 weeks in our cancer research hospital here in Canada. One of the best, by the way. If you ever want to find and solve a problem, you go there. And while I was in hospital, I mean, I'm on my own, I have my journal, I'm trying to reflect, I'm trying to this, and I'm like ticked off at the world, happy for the opportunity to get treatment, missing my family. It's just stirring up a lot in me. And that was 2018, but I'll tell you, all the preparation and building up that is done by the medical professionals, yourself, your family, to prepare you to get well, or to get sick. Nobody helps you, or nobody knows how to prepare you for the other side, which is now to try and get well. So it was July, 6 months after my stem cell treatment. The doctor says, you're good. Your cells are good. Your blood levels are good. So, like, kind of off you go kind of thing. And I left there bawling my eyes out. Like, I spent the last 2 years preparing as if I wasn't going to make it. As if I had, like, you know, video chats. I had to leave my children. And now you're telling me I'm good. Isn't that weird? Like, why wasn't I thinking that? I mean, you're trying to think positive, but when somebody says cancer, you're not really sure. And I will tell you, my faith grew tremendously in those couple of years, and still grows today. We're in 2023 now. And I've been clear ever since. I'm 5 years now clear. And in Jesus' name, I thank you so much. You may have other belief systems that you're involved in or that you look to. But I was very grateful and I was very thankful. And although I slide off the trail every once in a while, I just remember my faith. I want to say, stay positive, but positive is something you can try and think through or talk yourself through or whatever. What you need is some faith, some sort of faith. Ground yourself in faith. Faith helps you to be grateful, helps you to be thankful, helps you to look up every morning and just say, I'm here and I'm going to do something. And that then turns into action. I drop off my kids at school, 8 o'clock. I started walking. Said I'm going to keep walking until I can't walk anymore. My goal has been 5K because I'm doing 2K, 3K, just under 4K. I'm like, let's get to the 5K and just do it. And here I am coming to the final stretch, just chatting with you about that. And I just want you to feel good about yourself today. And I just want you to feel inspired. Do your best every day. Have a goal every day, a small goal. Maybe it's not 5K for you today. Maybe it's 1K. Maybe it's around the block. Maybe it's get off the couch. Maybe it's force and put a smile on your face because you haven't been smiling for a while. It all compounds together. Little acts lead to bigger ones. 1 on Monday, 2 on Tuesday, 3 on Wednesday. And then share that with somebody. Share your action. Because you don't know if you're motivating somebody else. Because your discouragement, all you're doing is discouraging yourself and discouraging others. When you put some action to your thoughts or to your goal, you show somebody else that you're getting up, you're doing something. And hopefully that inspires them to do something. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. Hopefully I inspired you to get up today and take one small step in the direction toward your goal. And I'm not a life coach. I'm not trying to be labeled in any way. I'm a 48-year-old woman living in Canada, just trying to do better myself. So hopefully I reached out to somebody today.